Satan is assaulting the church like never before. We see spiritual leaders falling. We see a rise in divorce among Christian leaders. We see false doctrine running through the church like wildfire, like leaven, if you will. Why is this happening? Well, I believe that Satan is what he's trying to do is steal the weapons of our warfare. In order to do that, he has to take away one of our most offensive weapons, and of course, that it would be the sword of the Spirit. A key issue of all the talk of the writings about spiritual warfare, most Christians have authority over the demonic realm. They have the authority over the lying, the deceitful spirits that plague us from all sides. However, what does this really mean in the context? What does this mean in practice? Where do they get their authority? That's an important question, because you see, that's what Satan's going to ask you. Okay, that's the Jesus I know and the Paul I know, but who the heck are you? Now, contrary to popular belief, an Antichrist is someone who is not against Christ. An Antichrist is a substitute Christ, like in 1 John 2:22 and 23, who is a liar, but he that denieth that Jesus is the Christ, he is an Antichrist that denieth the Father and the Son. Whosoever denieth the Son, the same hath not the Father, but that acknowledgeth the Son hath the Father also. And even more important passage, beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of God, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. Hereby know ye the Spirit of God. Every spirit that confesseth that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is of God, and every spirit that confesseth not Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is not of God. And every spirit that confesseth not that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is not of God, and this is the spirit of the Antichrist, whereof ye have heard that it should come, and even now is already in the world. That's exactly the problem with the space aliens and their gospel. They do not confess that Jesus Christ hath come in the flesh. Jesus warned the false Christ in Matthew 24:24, as Paul did in Corinthians 11:4. He said, "For if he that cometh preaching another Jesus, whom we have not preached, or if ye receive another spirit which ye have not received, or another gospel which ye have not expected, ye might as well bear with him." Indeed, the whole essence of all these cults, especially the Mormons, Jehovah's Witnesses, the New Agers, Catholics, so on, they offer nearly perfect counterfeit of Jesus Christ. Part of the reason the Church of Jesus Christ, the true church, has been so reluctant to confront these spiritual warfare issues head on, let me tell you, that's really true. Okay, I talked to many pastors, and I think they got lace in their underwear. I mean, they're scared, okay, to death of this stuff. I mean, we out west, especially, I think we got more people with guts out here, but out east we got hundreds of people coming to us, and they would say that their pastors are afraid of us. Their pastors are afraid of demons, okay? And their pastors don't know what to do. They don't even believe that the devil exists. I mean, come on. What the heck's going on here, Well, I believe that the spiritual warfare issue is issues, okay, that were involved become as big as they have because of the leadership of the churches have allowed themselves to be defanged, declawed, or dare I say spiritually galvanized by Antichrist spirit that has pervaded the highest levels of the Christian pulpits, academia. Thus, the issue of spiritual authority involves how to take back the ground Satan has gained. We have some Christian churches that have removed or want to throw out Christian soldiers, okay, because it's too militant, or they don't want the power of the blood, being preached anymore because it's slaughterhouse religion. We can nod our heads and smile, and we can say, "Oh, we would never fall for that stuff. We'd never fall for that. We're too tough for all that." But yet, we are told we are being infinitely smoother con job, and we become very nice, sleepy, slothful Christians. Billy Sunday once said, and he was a famous evangelist, that blood would run in the streets of America before prayer would be taken out of the school system. It happened. 40 years later, not a drop of blood was shed. Remember that Romans 3:4, God forbid ye, let God be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that the mightiest be justified in thy sayings, and mightiest overcome when thou art judged. The conspiracy strikes at the heart of the church, and I'm going to share with you a brief study of how religious castration became of the church. Remember the criteria in 1 John, denial of Jesus as God come in the flesh, or denial of the Father and the Son. Most Christians understand the necessity of renouncing or shutting doorways for satanic access into the lives of cults. Okay, we already know about false scriptures like the New World Translation, NIV, okay, or the Book of Mormon, so to speak. But how about, for example, a set of scriptures that denies the virgin birth, like Luke 22:33 in the NIV, and that's the same scripture in the King James Version. Notice the difference. 2:33 identifies Joseph as Jesus' father, which he wasn't. He was not. Okay. How about a passage like this, Acts 4:27 in NIV? Jesus is called Holy Servant. Okay, but in the King James Version, he's called Holy Child. Okay, that's not real bad, but come on. We're all servants of God. Jesus is something very unique. That's the only begotten Son of God, all right? Okay, which term, by the way, is totally removed from the NIV? How about this one, 1 John 5:7, this verse missing from all modern Bibles. It's been reduced to a footnote. That's the best verse in the entire Bible to use against Jehovah's Witness, and it's been removed. When you fight against the Jehovah's Witness Bible with the NIV Bible, it's like using a machine gun where half the bullets are blanks, okay? Now, if we talk about the blood of Jesus, okay, in the NIV, it says, whom do we have redemption, even the forgiveness of sins? Duh, okay? So what's missing, okay? The King James Version, in whom we have redemption through his blood. There's a big difference there. Blood, guys, okay? Even the forgiveness of sins, that's a pretty important thing to say there. But you see, we don't want to have any slaughterhouse religion now, do we, friends? That's how they see it, you know? Okay, then we got a very important passage, 1 Timothy 3:16. Without controversy, the King James says, okay, great is the mystery of godliness. God was manifest in the flesh, justified in the spirit, seen of angels, preached unto the Gentiles, believed unto the world, received up into glory. Now notice the NIV version, it says he appeared in the body. Gee, that's real helpful.